The sun climbs over the horizon. Its first light spills across Strasbourg. The new day arrives softly here. The light catches the calm water of the canals, turning them into ribbons of liquid gold. Rooftops huddle together, a sea of terracotta tiles. From this high vantage point, the city looks like a miniature world, perfectly preserved. You can almost hear the gentle lapping of water against stone. The distant chime of a clock tower welcomes the morning. It's a peaceful, promising start to a day of exploring. The city's layout unfolds below. The Grande Ile, or Grand Island, is the historic heart. Canals from the Ile River wrap around it like a protective moat. This island is where Strasbourg's story is written in stone and timber. You see rows of half-timbered houses, wooden beams crisscrossing white plaster walls. Their reflections shimmer in the canals below. And rising above it all, one landmark commands the entire skyline. We head straight for the heart of it all, the Cathedral Notre Dame. You see its spire long before you arrive. It's a single, delicate needle of Gothic stonework that soars 142 meters into the air. For over 2 centuries, it was the tallest building in all of Christendom. Stand at its base and look up. The sheer verticality is dizzying. The facade is a masterpiece of sculpture, a stone Bible filled with saints, prophets, and dramatic scenes. The pink sandstone gives the entire structure a warm, almost living glow, especially in the gentle morning light and in late afternoon light. Inside, the scale is just as impressive. Sunlight streams through magnificent stained glass windows, many centuries old. The colored light paints the stone pillars and floors in shifting patterns of ruby, sapphire, and gold. It's a quiet, contemplative space. Find a seat and just soak it in. Construction began in the 12th century and continued for over 300 years. Generations of masons, sculptors, and glassmakers dedicated their lives to its creation. It's not just a building, it's a legacy of collective effort and unwavering faith. One of the cathedral's most famous treasures is its astronomical clock. It's more than just a timepiece. It's a complex work of Renaissance engineering and art. Every day at 12:30 p.m., it puts on a show. Figures of the apostles parade before Christ, while a rooster crows 3 times. The clock tracks not just the time, but the date, the zodiac, and the position of the planets. The clock we see today is a 19th century version, but it sits in a case that dates back to the 16th century. Climbing the tower is a must for the able-bodied. It's a workout, 330 steps up a winding stone staircase, but the reward is worth every bit of effort. From the viewing platform, you get a breathtaking panorama of Strasbourg and the entire Alsace region. From the grand scale of the cathedral, we wander into the intimate charm of La Petite France. This is the Strasbourg of postcards, a district where time seems to have stopped. Narrow streets paved with worn cobblestones, lined with magnificent half-timbered houses from the 16th and 17th centuries. Buildings leaning into each other, wooden beams painted in rich colors. Flower boxes overflowing with vibrant geraniums. Red spilling against white walls, pink spilling against brown walls. It feels like you've stepped into a Grimm Brothers fairy tale. Once the working-class heart of the city. The picturesque setting tells a story of old trades. The name La Petite France comes from a 15th century hospital. Tanners, millers, fishermen. Evidence of their work is everywhere. Large open lofts at the top of houses used for drying hides, sloping roofs and many windows for airflow. Canals flowed gently, powering mills and feeding tanneries. Today those trades are gone, but the canals remain. The canals are the soul of La Petite France. Water crisscrossing, creating small interconnected islands, mesmerizing reflections. Timbered houses mirrored on the water. Weeping willows mirrored on the water. Section 4. Waterways and watchtowers. The pulse of the Ile River, The Ill River and its canals are the lifeblood of Strasbourg. The best way to get oriented and appreciate the city's unique geography is by taking a boat tour. These glass-topped bataramas glide along the waterways, offering a comfortable seat and fantastic sightseeing. You duck under ancient bridges, pass by historic buildings, while a guide explains the history unfolding before your eyes. The perspective from the water is completely different. You see the foundations of old houses, stone embankments, archways of bridges up close. It gives you a real feel for how the city was built in harmony with its river. For centuries, the Ill was the city's primary artery for trade and a key element of its defense. Barges loaded with wine barges, loaded with grain barges, loaded with other goods navigated these waters. That made the city a prosperous commercial hub. At the same time, the river formed a natural barrier against invaders. This dual role shaped the city's development. The canals brought goods into the heart of the city, fortified bridges controlled access, weirs regulated the flow. Seeing the city from the water helps you understand that strategic importance. It wasn't just for beauty, it was for survival and prosperity. A highlight of any boat tour is passing the ponts couverts, the covered bridges. These 3 bridges, punctuated by 4 formidable square towers, were part of Strasbourg's 14th century fortifications. The wooden roofs that once covered them are long gone, but the name is stuck. They stand as a powerful symbol of Strasbourg's past as a fortified free city. Just behind them is the Barrage Vauban, a 17th century dam and defensive weir designed by the famous French military engineer. In times of attack, its gates could be closed to flood the southern approach, creating an impassable marsh. Beyond the fortifications, the river shows a softer side. It flows past parks, residential areas, its banks lined with trees and walking paths. You see people enjoying the riverside fishing. The bridges you pass under are works of art, ornate stone bridges of the main island, simple modern footbridges. Each one offers a different frame for the city's beauty. The constant presence of water, its sights, its sounds, its reflections, gives Strasbourg its unique, calming character. This is a city that engages all your senses from the very first moment. It's a powerful reminder that Strasbourg is a place where nature and human ingenuity have come together to create something truly special. It's a city built on an island, surrounded by water, and reaching for the heavens. If you love exploring cities that balance history, culture, and everyday charm, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for more immersive travel stories. The city is waking up. A lone cyclist might cross a bridge. A delivery truck might rumble down a cobblestone lane. But for now, the scene is dominated by the architecture and the water. As the sun gets higher, the colors deepen. The gray stone of the cathedral warms to a soft pink. The timber frames of the houses stand out in sharp relief. Section 5. A taste of Alsace, from tart flambe to Riesling. Exploring Strasbourg works up an appetite, and you are in the right place for a great meal. Alsatian cuisine is a hearty, soulful blend of French and German traditions. It's rustic, flavorful, and incredibly satisfying. You'll find cozy restaurants called Windstubs, and wine taverns all over the city. Checkered tablecloths, carved wooden chairs, and a warm, welcoming atmosphere. These are the perfect places to dive into the local food culture. The menus are packed with regional specialties perfected over generations. This is comfort food at its finest. The must-try dish is tart flambe, also called flammekueche. Think of it as a super thin crust pizza, dough rolled out, covered with creme fraiche, topped with onions, and bacon bits, lardons. It's baked in a wood-fired oven until the edges are crispy and charred. It's light, savory, and perfect for sharing with a glass of local beer or wine. Another classic is choucroute garni, a generous platter of wine-braised sauerkraut piled with sausages, pork cuts, and potatoes. It's a feast. For a truly traditional taste, look for Bäcke auf. Historically, women would drop the pot at the local bakery to cook in the oven. It's a slow-cooked casserole of potatoes and onions. and 3 types of marinated meat: beef, pork, and lamb. The pastries are divine. Kugelhopf, a light brioche-like cake with raisins and almonds, perfect for breakfast or an afternoon snack. No meal in Alsace is complete without a glass of local wine. Vineyards line the nearby Route des Vins. Riesling, Gewürztraminer, Pinot Blanc, Pinot Gris. These wines are typically dry and pair beautifully with the rich local food. Trying the food and wine of Strasbourg is not just about eating, it's about experiencing the very soul of the region. This is an ideal moment to display an on-screen subscribe button and invite viewers to subscribe if they enjoy food, culture, and travel. It connects you to the city in a powerful, unforgettable way. Section 6. Seasons and celebrations in the capital of Christmas. Strasbourg is a city for all seasons. Each season paints the town differently. Spring arrives with a burst of life. Parc de l'Orangerie, filled with blooming flowers. Trees along the canals sprout fresh green leaves. The city's famous storks return to their nests on rooftops and chimneys. Summer brings a lively energy. Café terraces spill out onto the squares. Festivals, open-air concerts, leisurely evening strolls, boat rides under the sun. Autumn is perhaps the most romantic season. The light turns golden, casting a magical glow on the cathedral and on the timbered houses. The plane trees that line the quays shed their leaves. The cobblestones are carpeted in yellow, orange, red. The air becomes crisp. The aroma of roasting chestnuts fills the streets. It's a wonderful time to explore, with fewer crowds than in summer. Then, as winter approaches, a sense of anticipation builds. The city prepares for its most famous celebration. Strasbourg proudly calls itself the Capitale de Noël. It hosts one of Europe's oldest and most famous Christmas markets, with a tradition dating back to 1570. Starting in late November, the entire city transforms into a winter wonderland. Wooden chalets pop up in squares across the city, especially on Place Broly and Place de la Cathédrale. They sell handcrafted ornaments, local foods, gifts. The air is thick with the scent of mulled wine, Van Shawd, gingerbread, cinnamon. The decorations are simply spectacular. Every street is draped in intricate garlands of light. The facades of buildings are adorned with giant teddy bears, ribbons, stars. A massive Christmas tree stands tall in Place Kleber, glittering with thousands of lights. The whole city feels festive and joyful. People come from all over the world to experience this magical atmosphere. Whether you're sipping hot wine. Section 7. Strasbourg After Dark, a city aglow. As daylight fades, Strasbourg undergoes a magical transformation. This is when the city truly reveals its romantic side. The streetlights cast a warm yellow glow on the cobblestones. The crowds of day trippers thin out, and a quieter, more intimate atmosphere descends. This is the time to go for a walk. The half-timbered houses become enchanting silhouettes against the darkening sky. A window lights up. Another window lights up. Another window lights up, offering cozy glimpses inside. The city that was bustling just hours before now feels peaceful and personal. The cathedral is the star of the show. At night, it's bathed in powerful floodlights. Its facade is thrown into dramatic relief. The statues seem to come alive in light and shadow. The spire disappears into the inky night, seeming taller and more mysterious. Standing in the square before it, you feel awe and timelessness. It's a completely different experience than seeing it by day. The canals take on a special beauty after dark. They become dark mirrors, reflecting the city lights. Illuminated bridges and lit houses create a shimmering, dreamlike scene. Sometimes you can't tell where the city ends and its watery double begins. Walking the quays of Petite France at night is pure magic. The sounds are muffled, replaced by gentle lapping water and distant laughter from a riverside restaurant. Strasbourg is a city of many charms, history, culture, beauty. It's the grand cathedral, the quaint houses, the flowing water of the canals, the sturdy stone of the bridges, hearty food, festive markets, warm, friendly people. But most of all, it's a feeling, a sense of being historic, alive, grand, intimate. Strasbourg doesn't just show you its beauty, it shares its soul, and that will stay with you long after you've gone. As this journey through Strasbourg comes to its conclusion, gently remind viewers to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to support future travel stories.